Yeah, I'm super late with this review, but I partied a little too hard, and this review was not going down last night. So this episode, it was very interesting the way it was done because there was times where certain scenes felt very, very dragged out, but then they had good payoffs. Like the whole thing with the Marines bad-mouthing the pirates and saying pirates are bad and the kids kept crying. That felt very, very dragged out. But then in the end, it paid off, and it was like, okay, yeah, it was long as hell, but it was a good part, and it really, you felt it when they said, oh man, it's just that we don't want to like these guys because they're on the wrong side of the law. And that's kind of like right then and there where you see there's like gray lines between just human interactions in general and kind of relationships and where people feel they stand. And it's like the law really is what stops them from being like best friends, because the people from G5 with, Smoker, they would probably be best friends with the Straw Hats. They would, just straightforward have good times and everything. But since they're pirates and they're Marines, that's what separates them from intertwining and kind of, just having good times. And it was a good scene in the end. It gave a good payoff, but it just felt very dragged out. And, the same thing kind of with the flashbacks that we got. And I don't know if those were in the manga. I think they were, where we got like some of the flashbacks of what went down in Punk Hazard. And then you see now it's kind of like, yeah, it makes you feel like, damn, we did a lot in Punk Hazard, and then now we're here. So it's like, things that were dragged out is like, damn, it feels like it's taking forever. But then you get a good payoff. So it's like a good and a bad with those particular parts. I guess overall it probably would have been better either way if they were long or short, just because the payoff was such a good moment. A couple interesting things with Law in this particular episode. First of all, Law telling Smoker that he's going to Greenbit. Why would you tell him that when, once they leave this island, it's back to their Marines and your pirates? So it's definitely some setup for something that he's planning onward in the future. And another thing is, I don't know if it's been mentioned in the anime yet or not, but it just really is driving me nuts just where the fuck is Law's crew truly at. Like, I don't know if he actually said what's going on with them or whatever, but like for me personally, I feel as though there's something bigger with his crew, because why would Law just be by himself traveling the seas without his crew when at the end of the day he's head captain of the Heart Pirates? So for me personally, I feel as though, especially when you see this one and like he's going with the Straw Hats on their ship and you don't see his crew or anything, there's a lot more to it with Law's story of what's going on. And I'm not just talking about what I know with the manga. I feel as though even further things. And for the most part, the episode was just kind of like slow paced and not too much happening up until the ending, like the 19-minute mark or so. That's where it was like shit really went down when they left, and Law set up this master plan with Doflamingo, and it makes you really think, why would he personally want Doflamingo out of Kaido's, like to have a beef with Kaido? And it's like, okay, he wants to stir shit up because their target is Kaido. So it's like, okay, if I get him to leave Kaido, they're going to be at war, and that gets everything thrown into chaos as well, so we can strike. And it's like, Law just perfectly planning things and went so well. And the ending of this episode is like, you see Doflamingo actually upset with this, and it's like, it ends with him, there's that little freaking spur, what the hell? So it's like, it's good shit right there, because seen Doflamingo mad when most of the time this dude is always with the biggest grin smile from ear to ear. Good shit on that part. And the animation overall with this episode wasn't anything spectacular, but it wasn't bad. It was, par for the course type of animation, so it was alright. Overall, the episode, I felt it was a fine episode, a lot of stretched out scenes, but they did do good payoffs, and overall, it was like, the ending of the episode is really what took it home, and it brought everything. It was just like, Law putting in fucking work, doing a lot of mastermind, fucking smart-ass shit, but definitely they could have cut down some of those long-ass, drawn-out scenes. I mean, come on, it was like a good, I don't even know how many, 5-10 minutes of them just waving the flag, oh, pirates are bad, and making the babies cry. Is like, I didn't know they were that fucked up that they want to see babies cry. I know that wasn't the reason, but I'm just saying, it's like, what the fuck? But let me know what you guys think. First of all, where do you think Law's crew truly is at? It's like, he's wandering the seas, he's with the Straw Hats, and you still don't see his crew, Beppo and every, what's up with them? And also, why would he tell Smoker, somebody that is on the opposite side of the law, that's going to try to capture him after they leave this island, yeah, we're heading over to Greenbit? What do you think is his purpose in doing so? And just your overall thoughts on that freaking mastermind plan that went down at the end of the episode. Like, Trafalgar Law is truly a mastermind, and I love that about the character. It's like, yeah, shit can be in the most dire situation. It's like, how the fuck are they gonna get out of it? Law has a plan. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Trafalgar Law with the mastermind plans. Because when you could get Doflamingo to go from Grinch smile to pissed off, you know you're doing something right. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.